but she has made the decision, agreeing with the defense, that this defendant should be eligible for parole after 15 years. So she will serve these 2 murder convictions concurrently at the same time. She had a choice. The state asked for it. The other families asked for them to be conserved consecutively, meaning she wouldn't have been eligible for parole until 30 years. But the judge decided that this is up to the parole board and, as she said, up to the defendant herself. She'll be eligible for parole after 15 years. Doesn't mean she'll be out on parole after 15 years. Michael Jaafar has been watching along with us, and decision by the judge. I'm sure that some people are not pleased, thinking that she maybe this was too light of a penalty, but in totality, this is a kid with no criminal record and a kid, 17 years old at the time, 19 now. Your thoughts?
I was surprised, but I agree with the judge. I think it was a right call. The reason I'm surprised is because the judge was cutting off her mom when her mom was giving her speech to the judge, and she cut her off a lot, and she kind of disparaged her, and what do you mean? Well, what about this person? What about that person? So I was shocked that the judge went with this recommendation by the defense attorney, but I agree with her. I think the defense attorney did an awesome job, and he brought us all back to childhood, right? Because, hey, this judge, like all of us, she was 17 at one point, right? And she doesn't look like an old lady, so I'm sure she can recall what it was like to be 17, a 17-year-old girl. The judge is a girl, and the defendant is a girl, and so the judge must have told herself, look, I was a 17-year-old girl at one point. I would get heartbroken by boys. I had, I never drove a car into a wall. That's, a first, but I'm sure that this judge had that weighing in her mind, and she thought to herself, if I make her serve these consecutively, she's going to need about 35 years minimum to get out. She's going to be in her 50s. I don't know how old the judge is. Again, I have an office in Cuyahoga County. I know who this judge is, but I'm sure she's somewhere in her 50s, and she thought to herself, imagine the distance between my life now and when I was 17 and I was in jail for a mistake I made, which was a split-second mistake. She must have thought that. And so I think the judge made the right decision. I'm surprised, but I'm happy she made this decision. So I think it was a right call.